Tramel, and extra, read all about it. Oklahoma State has a new school color.
If you've seen the new Oklahoma State uniforms, which have just been released, you might be wondering, didn't know the Cowboys wore gray. From the Opopco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. Yeah, Barry, it's black, it's orange, it's white, and it's gray?
It's a great news. When they play Kansas, it can be the blue-gray game. I tell you, OSU signed with Nike to do these new uniforms. They've not gone as all in as Oregon with psychedelic uniforms, but they've got now introduced a new color, some new schemes, 48 different combinations of uniforms OSU can now use, which equates to 4 full regular seasons. I suggest you do one every 4 years and then start all over. But my only problem is the introduction of new colors. I don't like the introduction of new colors. If your colors are orange and black, wear orange and black. Make it as funky as you want to, but don't introduce new colors. The way Nebraska has sort of embraced black. The way Notre Dame changes its colors every other day. I don't know if Notre Dame's blue or green anymore, but I wish OSU had just stuck to orange and black. The gray might look cool. I hope it does, but be a little careful, Cowboys. Don't get too much away from your core, which is orange and black.
Yeah, and you know what? Those two colors as uniform colors are really pretty strong. People in the OSU community have really liked when the Cowboys have worn black. They've done that on a couple occasions in the last 2 years on Thursday night games. People really seem to enjoy that. So maybe this is sort of a nod to say we're not going to wear black all the time, but maybe wear gray a little more often. I don't know. I'm not really enamored of gray uniforms. I think when you've got strong colors, black, orange, those are really strong uniform colors. Why mess around with it? Now, I will say I do like the overall look of these uniforms, Barry. Sort of reminds me of a little bit like Missouri, very toned down as far as you don't have a lot of kitschiness going on with uniforms. But the gray, I could take that or leave it.
Well, overall, the good news for OSU is that they're in the uniform game in terms of Nike wants high-profile programs to tinker with their uniforms to promote Nike. And being selected, I think, is another feather in the cap up in Stillwater. It shows that the Cowboys' national rise, the national ascension is taking root, and that people are paying attention to the Cowboys. I think that's a very good sign for OSU football. The one thing about OSU uniforms, good or bad, they don't have a lot of tradition in terms of they've been wearing the same helmet for 60 years, the same jersey 60 years. They've done a lot of mixing and matching over the years, so it's not like they're turning their back on decade after decade of tradition. So I don't mind it from that standpoint. I think it'll overall be a good thing. I just go a little easy on the gray, guys.
Well, and what you said about national attention and being in the Nike, crosshairs is absolutely right. But you know what's also important? That's also important to recruits. Now, I've never sort of understood why some recruits get so hung up, why some players, when they even get into college, get so hung up on, uniform and look and shoes and helmets and all that. But for some of these guys, that really is important. How cool is the uniform at the place where I'm going? We've seen obviously Oklahoma State step up in a lot of other areas in recent years with facilities, locker room, weight room, all the things that they've gotten done with the stadium expansion. This is just one more feather in their cap when it comes to recruits. They can, take a recruit into their uniform room, into their equipment room now, and show off all these different looks that they can do. And I think that speaks to recruits. Again, I'm not sure I get it, but it speaks to them, and hey, this may be one more step in Oklahoma State's football elevation. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.